Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a book review on this book right here. It is called The Lady and the Unicorn by Tracy Chevalier. And yes, this name is awesome. Like, The Lady and the Unicorn. I saw this in the library and I was like, and I have to get it because the unicorn, like, seriously, how can you not like a story with unicorns in it? Because unicorns are awesome. And yeah, and it is also another Tracy Chevalier book because I've done lots of well, not lots of reviews, but I've done some reviews on her books. Basically, there's no more books by her in the library left because I've read all of them and I've reviewed most of them. So, but yeah, I really like historical fiction, which this is, and which all of her books are. So that's why I like reading her books. So okay. I'm basically gonna, first of all, before I read, I'm gonna read the blurb. Before I read the blurb, I just wanted to say that this is a historical fiction novel, as I said before, and like a lot of Tracy Chevalier books, it has French in it. And you know me, or you don't, but if you know me, then you know that I cannot say names that are not in English and not easy to say because I don't know how to say it. Like, I used to say Chevalier, not Chevalier, because that's, yeah. So I'm sorry about butchering the names that might be in the story or the blurb or whatever. So yeah, let's just get into it. So, the blurb reads, "It was the commission of a lifetime. Jean Leviste, a 15th century nobleman close to the king, hires an ambitious artist to design 6 tapestries celebrating his rising status at court. A talented miniaturist, Nicholas the Innocent, overcomes the surprise at being offered this commission when he catches sight of the patron's sumptuous daughter, Claude. His pursuit of her pulls him unwittingly into the web of fragile relationships between husband and wife, parents and children, lovers and servants. It was a revolutionary design. In Brussels, renowned weaver Georges de la Chapelle takes on the biggest challenge of his life. Never before has he attempted a work that puts so much at stake. Sucked into a world of temptation and seduction, he and his family are consumed by the project and by their dealings with the rogue painter from Paris. The results change all of their lives." So that is the blurb. And that's my weird reading of it. Yeah, so this book, the first thing I wanted to say is it's a historical fiction novel, as I said, like, this is like the third time, but I wanted to say the only part, or like the main part of this book that's historical is the tapestries, the Lady and the Unicorn tapestries, which are 6 tapestries which are in some place, museum thing in Europe. And I've seen pictures of them, and there's one like at the back of the book. This is one of like, if you can see that, this is like one of the main tapestries. It looks really cool, like it's huge tapestries, and they look so cool, and I would love to go look at them because, I don't know, it'd be so cool to like read the book and then see the tapestries. So the tapestries are like the main part of the book that's historical, and basically everything else is not historical, so it's all just made up, it's fiction, obviously. So like the artists and all the people who made it, and the place that it's made, even, like, no one really knows where it's made because apparently, like, it was passed down and lots of people died, and it was lost, and then some, like, historian or something found it in, like, this box, and it was, like, it wasn't, like, in tip-top shape. It wasn't in, like, you know, it needed to be repaired and stuff, so, like, there's not a lot known about it, except for, like, who, commissioned it, because it was a noble family, and so, you know, there's records of that and stuff. So yeah, there's not much else in the book other than the tapestries that is historical, so I just wanted to let you know that. So the main thing that I wanted to tell you about this book is that this is a light read, and there's huge emphasis, like, put on that fact. This is a light read. I know it's summer in half of the world now, like in America and stuff like that. Here it's not summer, even though it's sunny, because it's Australia. It's, you know, weird. It's not weird, but, you know. Yeah, so it was sunny the day that I went to the library, and I don't know, there's something about sun that just kind of, sometimes it just makes you want to read like a light book, and so I was looking for a light book, and I saw a Tracy Chevalier book, and I was like, oh, look at that, and I was looking for light books after that, and I couldn't find anything, so yeah, I was happily surprised that this was the light book, so I just wanted to, if you're thinking about reading this book, then you should know that this is a light read. It's a very light, well, it's a light read. It's just a fun novel that you can just read, so yeah, it doesn't go really deep into things. Yes. So that's, you know, the first point. It doesn't really go deep into stuff. And yeah, so the characters, there's lots of different characters in the book, and it's first person narrative, and it goes from different characters. So like the first chapter is Nicholas the Innocence, and then the next chapter is like someone else, and then it switches between them, and so they like get to like show you from their perspective. And yeah, the other thing that I wanted to say about this book is it is a little bit sexual. Actually, scratch that. It's a little bit erotic-ish. You know, like there at the back there was words like sumptuous and like lovers and stuff like that. It's a little bit erotic. Not that I've read erotic books like 50 Shades of Grey, because I haven't read that book. Yeah, so I don't really know. It's not, you know, overly sexual, but there is some sexual content in it, and I feel weird saying sexual so much. Yeah. So yeah, the other thing that I wanted to say is that it focuses on the tapestry in the book. The tapestry is like the main part of the book. It's like the main attraction, and like the characters and all the other things that happen in the book are like you know, the post and pre-acts that are around this big tapestry thing that happens. So yes, the tapestry is the main part of the book. The favorite thing, my favorite thing about this book is actually, in fact, the tapestries. The tapestries are so amazing, like the story behind them, the process, the design, and the little stories that the author uses to like explain details about the tapestry and how things were changed, and the way that she describes how it was actually made is just really, really good. Like, it made me really interested in tapestries, and I have not ever been interested in tapestries before because, I don't know, not many people are, and I don't really have any contact with tapestries, but yeah, it really makes you interested in tapestries, and it really makes it sound like really, really cool and really awesome, and tapestries are just awesome. I want to tapestry stuff now. That's not right, but yeah. My least favorite thing about this book is historical fiction that I read. What? Most of the time when you read historical fiction, it's not really a light read, because normally there's like an artist or like a painting or some historical thing, and then you like, you know, that's like the historical part, and then the fiction is like going deeper into their lives and into the lives of the people around them or whatever like that. This book didn't really do that. You know, there were characters around the historical art, which was the tapestries, but you didn't really go deeply into their lives. The characters weren't, you know, really, really complex, and that was something that I wasn't really happy with, because, I mean, the point of a historical fiction novel is to, like, give these really good reasons for why this painting happened, or, you know, like, to give you like a context and to like create a story behind this person or this painting or this tapestry. And it does that. It gives a story, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't like delve deep into the characters. The characters' reasons for doing things are not like really, really deep and stuff like that. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed that the characters weren't as complex and like deep as I thought they'd be. But I still have to say that this is a really fun, light read. You know, if you're looking for that, then it's really fun, and it's really cool. It's really easy to read. It's not that long. And yeah, it's just a really fun book. A really light, fun book. Emphasis on the word light. Yeah, and I liked this book. It was really good, so I give it 3.5 out of 5. And I do recommend it to you if you're looking for just a fun, light summer read, or a fun, light winter read, if you want a winter fun, light read, because yes. So yeah, that was my book review for this book. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.